Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again today. I just want to start with, I just want to share a few thoughts really. Just keep you up to date what's going on in my life and some of the things that I'm thinking through at the moment. Yesterday, I went through to Wexford. I got a coach from Waterford through to Wexford. It's about an hour, I suppose, on the coach. You go through New Ross and then on to Wexford. And it's a really awesome place, you know. It's right on the river mouth, right going into the sea. It's big, wide estuary, you know. It's a bit of a port there. There's a few boats, a few ships there. And it's got this really incredible bridge that goes across, car bridge that goes across. And it's probably the longest bridge I've seen going over an estuary, apart from these like almost like multi-story bridges, you know, the big iron bridges sort of thing, you know. So it's quite an amazing bridge. And one of the things I enjoyed about it as well is along the side of the river, I don't know if you call it the high street, the main road, whatever, that goes through Wexford. It's got a train line that runs along it as well, and you just got this train that just all of a sudden just crosses over the paths and everything. And I thought that was pretty bizarre that it's so close to the road. It's literally, yeah, you could sit in the car and almost touch a train, which is pretty bizarre, really. I quite enjoyed that. I was sitting there just thinking, oh, wouldn't it be mad if a train came along now? And then I kind of looked up and heard the toot of a train, and there it was. So that was pretty awesome. Wexford itself is a bit like old school kind of shopping mall, you know, old time kind of not shopping mall, but shopping high street, you know. I don't even know if there's actually a shopping mall there, but it's probably about a kilometre length of high street, maybe a little bit over, and it's just one shop after another. And it just kind of reminded me of when I was younger and we go shopping. You didn't have the big malls, you just had all these little shops, you know. I was talking to my wife yesterday, and I said it's definitely a place that we're going to have to go to again once they're over it. So Wexford, if you're a visitor to Ireland, really encourage you to go there. There's plenty there to kind of really entertain yourself, and especially if you've got your wife with you and you want to do a bit of window shopping. Anyway, today's been a bit of a mixed bag. I kind of got up this morning and I wanted to do a bit of shopping first, so I went for a little wander and found a local shop. But then I wanted to go to Dungarvan. I haven't been there yet, and I just fancy exploring the place. You know, I was going to get on a bus and go through to there. All the time I'm kind of sitting, looking at my phone and thinking, okay, as the jobs come through into my inbox, I consider them, and if they're something that I think I can do, I apply for them. So it's kind of like you can do that on the fly, you know, you can do it whilst you're moving around. So still feel like I'm pursuing jobs and stuff, but at the same time I'm trying to explore the different areas, thinking about where I'm going to set up home with my family, you know. I sat down and started trying to apply for a job via the government kind of online job centre kind of thing, and he wanted me to do this profile, and mate, I spent about 2 hours trying to put this profile together, and it just weren't going anywhere. So I eventually just gave up, you know. And by that stage, it had gotten so much into the afternoon. I just thought, you know, this would be crazy if I go through it at Dungarvan now. I'm really not going to get a chance to explore. So I'm going to have to move that to tomorrow or just for another day. But actually, I still managed to apply for 3 jobs today, which I feel, I'm quite happy about. Everything over is done via the internet. Everything's done via sites like Indeed and stuff, and you apply and you just have to sit and wait, you know. So I've got lots of applications in, and I'm hoping to hear back something soon from some of the things that I've applied to. But the day's been it's been a really good day where I've connected with God, you know, which is a big deal for me. Part of what I want to do whilst I'm preparing for my family to come here is to really have like a bit of a pilgrimage with him, and just really connect with him and get deeper in my relationship with him. And I was reading a verse this morning. I used the YouVersion app of the day, verse of the day, the app. And the verse was from 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 15. It says, but in your hearts honour Christ the Lord as holy, always being prepared to make a defence to anyone who asks you for the reason for the hope that is in you, yet do it with gentleness and respect. I've heard that verse 1,000 times before, 1,000,000 times before. I've read it, preached it, and done all the business with it, you know. But the one word that really stood out for me was the word hope. And obviously I'm in a position at the moment where I'm putting a lot of hope in God. Hope that he's going to open the right door for me to find a job. Hope that I'm going to find the right home, the right area, place for my daughter to go to school, and all that kind of stuff. I've moved into a new country, and I'm intending to make this my home, and really invest in this country, and hopefully have it invest back into me. So hope is a big deal for me at the moment, and I've just been thinking about the word hope all day. Jesus is my hope. I don't put my hope in companies. I don't put my hope in areas. I don't put my hope in people as far as them being able to make things happen for me over here. My hope is in Jesus, my Lord and my God. He's the one that's going to open the door. In actual fact, my hope is Jesus, but he also gives me hope. Having that relationship with him, there's been moments where I can feel a little bit low, like, is this ever going to happen for me? I've been here 2 weeks now, and I thought I'd be able to get a job quicker and all that kind of stuff. And I have those moments where I start questioning. But it's like in those moments, Jesus injects a bit of hope in me, and I soon find myself picked up again, and just trusting him and hoping in him again. And then this verse obviously talks about, giving the reason for your hope. If somebody asks you, well, where does your hope come from? What's all that hope stuff about? We've got to have an answer to it. And that answer comes from just my experience with God, down the years. I've been a Christian now since I was 28, so quite a long time, over 20 years. And I've seen God come through so many times. I've been in some real jams, and I've always been able to turn to God, and things haven't always panned out the way I thought they would, and now I'd hoped they would. Use the word hope. But God has never let me down. He's always done something, and so that's where I find my hope, in just thinking back over the way that God has been faithful to me, and always come through for me, and has always had my back, so to speak. So that would be my answer to anyone asking me what's all this hope stuff about. My answer is my testimonies, my testimony and what God's done in my life. And the last thing about hope that I want to share really is Jesus is my hope. He gives me hope. My testimony speaks of that hope, but also I'm able to share hope with other people. When we have an answer to those questions, we're able to share hope with other people, and they're able to start their own journey of hope in Jesus, placing their hope and trust in Jesus. When I share my story, other people can resonate with that and connect with it, and maybe think, well, if God can do it for him, he can do it for me. If God can lift him up, he can lift me up as well. So I'm able to, through answering these questions, share my hope with others. So that's my prayer for you today, that as you've listened to this post today, as I've given you a bit of an update as to what's going on, that I really am living with a lot of hope in Jesus and what he's going to do in and through me and for me. Hopefully that's kind of really spoken to you and encouraged you and inspired you. And if it has, I just encourage you, just step out in faith, Jesus is real. He invites you into a relationship with him. He invites you to find your hope in him. And all you've got to do is just embrace him. It's not complicated. Just, Lord, I recognise you. I don't know you so much yet, but I want to get to know you, and I put my faith and trust in you, and leave the rest to him. He'll come into your life by the Holy Spirit, and you'll start to experience life in relationship with God. You'll start to experience the hope that I'm speaking about here. Anyway, guys, it's been really good to have you tune in again today. Sorry, my post is a bit long, but sometimes you just got to go for it, Sometimes you just got to go for it. So anyway, I'll be speaking to you again soon, and thanks for checking out my videos. God bless you guys.